Okay. Hey, Dawn.
Hi.
So let's talk about your career. What do you have to share with Dawn about her career? I'm seeing this blinding flash of light, like there's this big inspiration. Have you already gotten this big inspiration and you've just been afraid to move on it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
it's feeling like. It's like, whoa, it's really bright,
Mhm.
blindingly bright. So it's like, Dawn, I mean, how much clearer can it be? Just take action on that thought. That's what your guides are saying. You know,
Okay.
they're trying in every way they know to make it really clear to you and get your attention, which for everybody, that's a really good lesson, right? Because that's what they'll do. They'll send it gently to begin with, and then they up the ante if you don't pay attention. So whatever
Okay.
that is, take action on that. That will lead you to more breadcrumbs that you will be able to follow and expand.
Okay.
So does that answer the question around career?
Yes.
Okay. So now we want to ask about your health.
Well, also my work situation.
Okay. And what about your work situation?
I'm getting a lot of pressure for deadlines, and I've had a lot of health issues that have come up where I haven't been able to meet the deadlines.
Okay, so what can you tell Dawn about the health issues and the deadlines? Yeah, it's clearly a mismatch energetically. You know, it's
Mhm.
like the sooner you can get out of that situation, the better, because it is deleterious to your health. And that's like the early warning signs that you're getting that this is a bad situation. And if you don't
Okay.
heed that call, it's only going to escalate. So is it
Right.
possible to extricate yourself soon from that situation?
Yeah, except for I wouldn't, then I'd lose my income. So that's the hard part. It's like
Yeah.
I could take a medical leave, but that doesn't mean, you know, I'm
Well,
still looking, you
let's
know,
yeah, let's ask if taking a medical leave would be your optimal choice. And
okay.
we'll find out about that. So for Dawn, would taking a medical leave be the optimal choice right now? No, so that's not. So it's more of a gradual transition then. What it's feeling like, Dawn, is they're inviting you to look up. Stop looking down and feeling dejected and focusing on your health because that's only expanding it, right?
Hmm.
So look up and look around because there are other options that are waiting for you. You just haven't seen them yet. So again,
Okay.
it's waiting for that you've got mail moment when you get that inspired idea. And
Okay.
probably that blinding flash of light that you've already gotten is connected to it. Just
Okay.
start following those breadcrumbs like, Hansel and Gretel. It's going to lead you away from the wicked witch and being eaten to your next delightful option.
Yeah.
So that's what you're
Because
looking for.
I've had like major, well, my blood pressure has been really, really high. And I've had to have medication changes this week. And, I mean, as high as like 183 over 105,
Yeah.
dangerously high. And I've been hospitalized for that before, so, just really concerning. And they're not understanding, you know, um, they're just asking me like, well, when do you think you can get this done? You know, and
Well,
all I can do is rest,
they don't care
and
about you, Dawn. So the sooner you get out of there, the better. So meanwhile, use meditation to help with that blood pressure. I don't
mhm.
know if you do EFT or not, but that can help with the blood pressure. And if you need more on that, just send me an email and I'll find you some scripts that will help. Um,
Okay.
so, do whatever you can right now to keep calm and not let it take you to that level because you're going to blow a gasket. That's what I'm seeing. It's like, how those steam engines or furnaces or boilers or whatever, they build up all that steam and it just pops,
Yeah.
explodes. That's what you're moving towards. You don't want to go there. And that's why you're here. So it's
Mhm.
time to take care of Dawn. Start
Okay.
looking for ways. And maybe, Dawn, what it looks like is something so different than what you've envisioned. Maybe it looks like getting two part-time jobs instead of that
Yeah.
one that's stressing you out. There are
Right.
a lot of options for work at home right now. In fact, I just shared a video with somebody last night on that. So again, send me an email and I'll send you the link to that video. I'm sure I can find
Okay.
it again. There was like 14 different things you can do at home and they were actually reasonably sounding things and like, One of them was Wayfair, and it's like you can work for Wayfair for $14 an hour.
Okay.
That's pretty good, right?
Right.
And what you're given here is an opportunity, actually. It might not feel like that, but it's really an opportunity to extricate yourself from this situation that is so debilitating.
Hmm.
It's your chance to really lift up your head, look around for those open doors. When you see them, go and explore them and see if that's the best option. But also
Okay.
know that the door that looks like the best option right now might only be so for a short time. It might only be a connecting door leading you to the next opportunity. So
Hmm.
always be ready to keep feeling your way through that situation. And if it's not working for you, take the next step.
Yeah.
Make
Because
sense?
I mean, I do want to do the online, uh, coaching. I just haven't done it.
Yeah. Yeah. So start doing that slowly. And, in the beginning, when you're starting a new business like that, because I mean, there are coaches by the dozen online these days.
Right.
So you've got to put yourself out there and distinguish yourself as whatever unique gift you're bringing to the table. It might mean you do a lot of free or very low cost sessions in the beginning just to establish yourself, to get the reputation, to get the testimonials. So
Right.
meanwhile, you're doing whatever else you need to do to keep that roof over your head, but you can absolutely do this. Your soul is leading you on this journey for a reason. It's taking you to the next step. So don't be afraid of it.
Okay. And
Flow.
then the only other question I have is like, with all the health challenges I had, do you think that that would even qualify for like, applying for like disability during this time?
Well, let's just ask if that's an optimal choice for you.
Okay.
So, would it be optimal for Dawn to apply for Social Security disability now? Oh, I'm getting a yes on that, Dawn.
Okay.
That's surprising because it's really hard to get. So,
I
if I'm
know.
getting a yes, that must mean there's something about your situation. Like there are certain conditions like
Yeah.
fibromyalgia. It's people can easily get disability with fibromyalgia for some
Well,
reason.
I've had heart failure in the past, and my thyroid has been removed, and all of my hormones are off, and some my thyroid, when it's off, then it causes my blood pressure to get off, and I mean it's a chronic thing,
Yeah.
so
So
yeah.
let's just ask, is that connected to that blinding flash of light you got? Yeah. So you've been thinking it, you were just afraid to take the action, and they're validating for you that, yeah, do that. It doesn't mean you're going to do it forever, but if it gives you that respite so you can rebuild your body and then
Yes.
get back out there and do whatever feeds your soul. Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're so welcome. Thanks for being here.
Okay, thank you.